Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to another Unbalanced Breakfast with CthuLoops. In our last episode, we went to war with the Abbasids for the Duchy of Sana for a couple of different reasons. First is taking Sana will mean that in our next war we can take Hijaz, which contains the county of Mecca. And the second more important reason is I just wanted an excuse to get into a royal rumble with the Caliph so that we could capture him. In fact, we're about to get into another tussle with him in Tarsos. He has about, I think, 3,000-ish troops here, and I've got about 11,000. I think we have way too many troops in comparison to theirs. I want to draw these altercations out as much as possible. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna split these guys up some more. Sure. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have about 3,344 dudes follow the Caliph and his 3,000 dudes. Okay, I think that will minimize the casualties taken from their side, meaning that we can keep the Caliph engaged in combat for longer, which means that we have a higher chance of capturing him. Alright, so before we proceed, I don't like the look of our lone 15,000 troops here in Halab. So I think we're actually going to set up an unholy trifecta in this area. In Halab, Antioch, and Archa. So let's get you guys moved down to Antioch. You guys can move into Halab. And you guys can take the long route over to Archa. That way there's minimal territory crossover or whatever. Yeah, I think that's good. The reason why I'm doing this is because Hispania is involved in the war. They have troops in El Arish apparently, which is actually fairly close. And they also have about 27,000 troops in total. Now, I think it's fair to assume that he probably doesn't have all 27,000 troops with him, but we do have to assume the worst. Which is, I guess, a little strange sounding that I've said all those things. But anyways, we have to assume the worst, and that he does indeed have 27,000 troops, so I don't want these guys to be caught with their pants down, so hence the trifecta, unholy trifecta. Now, I've been doing some thinking in between episodes, and I'm not so sure I like the idea of Berwyn inheriting anymore. So I think maybe we'll switch the inheritance over to Berwyn. As in, instead of having the original Berwyn inherit, we can have Ice Cube inherit. And reason for that is because Ice Cube currently has better stats. Now, I know it's partly because the original Berwyn is stressed and also shitting himself, but you know, Ice Cube has better martial. He actually does have better stewardship right now. And he also has better learning and all that stuff. But mostly because Berwyn has better, Ice Cube has better traits, especially Brawny, which is notoriously difficult to get. So let's go ahead and designate Ice Cube to be our heir. And of course, you wouldn't be a proper heir if you don't have bangmaids of your own. So we're gonna go find some genius bangmaids for Ice Cube. Alright, so we've got this lady. Alright, fantastic. So we can actually just invite her to our court, which is perfect. Because then we don't need to do the whole thing where we take the concubine and then we set her aside, etc, etc. Just need to bribe these ladies and then invite them to our court. You are not related to your liege. Perfect. So we can bribe her and then ask her to come to our court. And that means that Ice Cube here will be a happily banging man who is currently trying to assassinate me. Unbelievable, Ice Cube. Unbelievable. Alright, let's have him stop that, because that is completely unacceptable. And then otherwise, I think we're good for the time being. Now, I know I briefly mentioned... I think I mentioned it? I don't know. I mean, there is that mechanic of abducting people via the Assassin's Guild or the Satanic Cult, but unfortunately that's not really going to work out in our situation because abducting people you can only do that with with people who are lower than the ducal rank. And since the Caliph is currently king tier, we cannot abduct him using that mechanic. And if you wanted to abduct someone who was ducal or higher, then they need to be unlanded. But because the Caliph is a secular title, it means that he will always have land. Or at least I think that's what it means anyways. Okay, so all 3 ladies have come to our court. Let's give the concubines away to Ice Cube. So that's the first concubine. One concubine. 2 concubine. And 3 concubine. And we're going to ask this 3rd concubine to convert to Buddhism. Thank you very much. Alright, I think we're okay for now. Let's just proceed. And sure, as long as this guy doesn't bugger off anywhere, we're fine. She has converted, fantastic. Okay, another tussle with the Caliph, and unfortunately no prisoner, which is kind of a shame. I guess I'm sad that my friend is dead? Sure. Let's go drinking. Let's just hope I don't turn into a drunkard. Wow. Okay, that's just fantastic. You know what? I believe we might be able to get rid of our alcoholism by going with the theology focus temporarily. And let's just do some, whoa, meditations. Holy cow. Alright, so that is 20,000 troops provided by the Hispanians. Well, it's a good thing we got the trifecta, the unholy trifecta thing going on here. Do we have troops? Okay, Berwin is actually leading troops against the Caliph and all that. So let's have you guys stationed here, and then we'll have these dudes come in to reinforce later. I think that's good. Okay, so they're gonna be arriving April 22nd, which is in a little bit. Sure, I will accept, and let's go ahead and reinforce. And I think we should be okay with the 2 stacks that we have here. I don't think we need to get the 3rd stack involved. I think that might be a little bit of an overkill. So far, no Caliph as a prisoner. But all is not lost. We still have a chance as long as he's leading troops. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Wow, wow, wee wah. We've managed to capture what's it? The Emperor of Hispania himself. Holy cow. Alright, we're gonna put him in house arrest because I don't want him to die yet, and we'll follow them into Iskandarun. Alright, that's good. And you guys are involved in your tussle. Still no Caliph as the prisoner. Though I don't mean to sound ungrateful, we have been able to capture the Emperor of Hispania himself as a prisoner, so you know, there's that. And you guys are headed down to... That's weird. Okay, so you've got 1 stack going into Antioch and then the other going into Halab. The bigger stack going into Halab. Curious. Very curious. You don't often see that. People or stacks being retreated into different places. But that's fine. Okay, and I believe our numbers are close enough still that we should be okay to continue as is. Maintain the status quo, as it were. Okay, we managed to capture some dude who is not the Caliph, not interested. Though I guess that's a good sign, maybe? But wait, that was from the stack of Hispania. Okay, so far no Caliph as our prisoner. But I guess, you know, a watch pot never boils, or watch kettle never boils? I don't know. A watched human being boiled alive never boils? That doesn't make any sense. Alright. And we're gonna do a complete stack wipe on Hispania. That way, maybe we can incite a rebellion inside of his pants, too. Whilst he's in my prison. And all he can do is watch. Watch like a little ass. Okay, we need to give away Sind. Let's just go with this little kid, who is kind of the only duchy in Sind anyways. Good grief, you greedy bastards. Okay, don't really care. And we're gonna follow you guys into Iskandarun, which I believe is where they're headed. Okay, we've captured another dude who is not the Caliph. Unbelievable. I don't care. Stop giving me non-Caliph. Please give me Caliph. Okay. Oh, I see. No, they've just moved down there. Alright, you guys can bugger off. Assab is under siege. I don't know where that is. Alright, well, I mean... they've got to be running out of, prisoners at this point, right? They've got to be. There's no way they can just keep this up. They can't have, like, an infinite number of commanders, right? For a long while now, you have not felt the presence of the perfected one in your thought. You are starting to wonder whether there is really any truth in the Buddhavacana, or perhaps it is just an old book written by clever liars. Let's be zealous, please, and thank you. And also, can I go into like a secluded meditation or something to, I don't know, not be a raging alcoholic? Possibly? That'd be great. And can we also capture the Caliph? Come on. Don't make me say it again. I'll say it again. I want to capture the Caliph. Alright, let's reduce our numbers because they think we might be outnumbering them a little too much. So that should even the odds a little bit in their favor. And again, this is just to minimize the casualties that we suffer. It is a real shame that we can't capture them using the Assassin's Guild or say Satanists, but oh well. And I believe we can advance our military, so let's go with siege equipment. My granddaughter requires an education. Let's go with stewardship because that appears to be her thing. And I guess we'll persist as is. Okay, I see. Who's that though? Is that the Caliph's armies or... where are you? Why are you in Quina? What are you doing in Quina? Stop being in Quina. Donate to charity. Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Come on. Stupid. Stop the stupid autosave nonsense. God, that's annoying. Hey, where is he? Why is he in Leptis Magna now? Okay, become humble. That's great. Come on. No, I've captured some dude. I don't know you. I don't care who you are. Jalil. Get out of here, Jalil. I just like saying Jalil. Where is he? Why is he in Cert? Ah, what? He's incapable? Oh, he's got the flu. Well, if he dies, that means that we can possibly maybe go after someone else. Well, let's see how this develops first off. Where is he actually right now? No idea. Oh, he's in Al Jazeera. He's improving diplomatic relations apparently while he's incapable. Alright, so he's dead, and now his brother, heir, has taken over. And he is in Mallorca, which is going to be impossible for us to reach. Come on, man. Don't do this. Don't stay in Mallorca. Who's his heir? This guy. He's in Socotra, improving diplomatic relations. Well, if we can capture him in Socotra, then that means if we can get this new Caliph dead, we might be able to perhaps get the Caliph imprisoned finally, but I don't think it's going to be very easy for us to capture this guy who is currently improving diplomatic relations in Socotra. Though, you know, stranger things have happened, right? Okay, you know what? We're just going to go for a full-on assault. Hey, fantastic. So we've had a genius grandson. You are Miwino. There you go. Welcome to the world, Miwino. And that was unsuccessful. We have not been able to capture this guy. Maybe we can try it again? Maybe we can try it again? Maybe we can try it again? Another grandson, unfortunately not a genius this time. What the hell? Oh, he's in Taiz. Okay, let's send our troops into Taiz. One stack can go down to Sana to stop them. There we go. And hopefully maybe we should be able to catch him here. Knock on wood. Or at the very least... Oh, thank you, Cthulhu. Thank you, priest of the great old ones. Oh, I have never wished for anything more in my life. We have finally captured him, and we're gonna put him in house arrest just so that he doesn't accidentally die in my prison or some nonsense. Alright, so let's get all our troops into our territory, and then we're going to end the war and then execute him. I don't know if it really makes a difference or not, but just in case, right? Just in case. In fact, let's try to do a slower retreat. I don't want to get through territory that is going to cost us troops and all that such nonsense. The Dancing Plague. Something very strange is happening in the country of Sus. It all started with one peasant acting or dancing in the streets, but soon there were dozens of them, and now there are hundreds, men, women, and children alike. Musicians are playing joyous tunes all day and all night, and the peasants barely have time to eat or sleep. The dancing has gone on for days, and people have started to collapse from exhaustion. It seems as if the dancing is spreading at an alarming rate, with groups of dancing people setting off in the direction of other towns. In Sus? Oh, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, that's great. Well, I mean, it's not great. It's unfortunate because it's ergot poisoning, which is, I believe, a type of fungal infection? I think, anyways. Which still happens to this day, sadly, but yeah. It's fine in the sense that it's not going to affect us in our primary holdings and all that, is what I meant to say. I don't mean to sound callous like some kind of douche, like, I don't care about people dying. Obviously I do, but, you know, I kind of don't. Not in this case anyways. Okay, so I think all of our troops... Whoa! Why are you guys taking attrition? Let's also dismiss our boats. And, Caliph in my prison, great. We should be able to offer peace, and I believe the Caliph should stay in my prison. Yeah, or should we... So his dude is in Afar, and he's in Rafah, trying to improve diplomatic relations. Would it be better if we execute him now, or would it be better if we execute him later? I'm kind of scared that we might end up executing him and then he gets executed in a different way. Now, as far as I'm aware, as long as we have our capital in India or Persia or Arabia or Eastern Africa, we should be able to get him executed via elephant. But what if we don't? What if he ends up being executed via a different method? That would really grind my goat. I'm a little nervous that that might end up happening. Oh, I guess we can just... Oh, right, I forgot that Buddhists can just do that. Oops. I guess we didn't need to actually pick the theology focus. Darn. That's okay though. It's fine. Maybe I should do a little bit of reading up on this achievement before I commit to this. Because I'm really scared that I might be unlucky, or I don't know, that I might be in the wrong conditions. Because as far as I'm aware, I don't think culture matters. But what if it does, right? What if it does matter, and then he ends up being executed not via elephant? Oof, that would suck. But of course, him being in my prison does increase his chances of dying. But then again, he's in house arrest, so I don't think he has any health malice towards that. So maybe we'll be okay? I don't know. I'm a little nervous one way or another. Okay, well, either way, let's go ahead and end our war with the Abbasids. Fantastic. So now we have all this territory to our name. Perfect. Thank you. And I believe Sana is the best county of the lot, and he's still in our prison, right? Yes, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so that's all the minor holdings given away. And wow, wow, wee-wah. Alright, looks like we've got another lady who is available to be a concubine. Kind of wonder if maybe we should get her to our court. It might not be a bad idea. And she's actually got some pretty decent stats, too. She would make a decent wife for Ice Cube, I think. Her stewardship leaves a bit to be desired, though. So, maybe in that regard, she's not our best candidate for wifage. Who then? Who would make a good wife for Ice Cube? This lady, maybe? Rashida? Obviously related to Rashida Jones. One of the starring roles, an actor who played one of the starring roles in Parks and the hit TV show Parks and Recreation. Anyways, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna give these counties away before I dither on about random crap. You can take the county of Sana, and in fact, we're just gonna give you the entire duchy. And let's give Hunchback Man Nam the county of Najran. And Manjpoj, you can take Alakaf. It can be the Hunchback brothers, which sounds a little insensitive and all that. But anyways, okay, so we've got our troops dismissed, and I think we're good. Can I create any kingdoms? I don't want any of this. You know what? Turkestan, be on your own. You know what? Whoever you are, you can be on your own too. I don't want you in my territory, you unbelievable louts. What about you guys? Delam? Okay. Once we take Delam back, we can go ahead and give that away. What about you? Oh, unbelievable. Okay, fine. And Khotan. Okay. So I think we should be able to give these away later on. That's fine. That's fine. Do I have any other kingdom titles that I need to give away? Amdo. Alright, Amdo we shall grant to... I mean, they're all not that great. I'd say... let's just give it to this guy, because at least his stats aren't the worst. Viceroyalty. Amdo. There we go. Perfect. We can imprison various dudes. Well, let's get this guy to stop backing a plot, which would increase his opinion of me. You... That's a maybe? Why is that a maybe? His opinion of me is 100. What more do you want? And he's my son. He's also the spy master. Stop backing that plot? Sure. And anyone else? Berwin. Are you trying to kill your wife? What are you doing? Why would you want to see your wife dead? Unbelievable, man. What the hell? And who are you trying to kill? I don't care. Alright, as long as it's not me, we're good. Okay, my granddaughter, let's have you go with Thrift. And I don't really care, but sure. And then we'll ask you to stop trying to assassinate your wife. Good grief, man. What did your wife ever do to you? And sure, I'll dedicate more time to the scriptures and all that stuff. Fantastic. Sana, we'll wait for that to be destroyed and available. Jazeera is available for creation, so let's make that. And I guess this guy was meant to be the Duke of Jazeera, right? Alright, there you go. And the Kingdom of Al Jazeera will need to take from the Caliph, but that won't happen until these guys are no longer at war. And I guess revolts and all that still count as warring. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, so now that we have the Caliph in our prison, that is absolutely fantastic. Let's try to get the Emperor of the Abbasids, the Emperor of Arabia assassinated. And, interesting. So his spy master likes me well enough, but I think he likes his liege a little bit more. I don't think we're gonna be able to bribe him enough to invite him to our plot. Yeah. Close though, close. You even got to like 100% opinion with this guy, which is crazy. Yeah, I don't know if we are going to be able to get 100%, or not 100%, but at least 80% with the plot power here. Yeah, I didn't think so, but eh. Oh no, he's discovered that I want him dead. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. And Paladin is now sick. Whoa, rabies. Yeah, he might die. Sure, why not? And let me begin my secluded meditation. What is this? Okay, well, our Spy Master's son has died frothing at the mouth. I guess we'll have you as our Spy Master. Oh, I see. You're his concubine. Well, son's concubine, you can... I suppose what we... Ah, right. He's an acre. So he's currently leading troops, which isn't great, because he's going to be moving around, which means that we can't have our Spy Master building a spy network to increase the plot power, which is what we would need in order to... Okay, well, try not to die, bastard Berwyn. Try not to die. Okay, the Dancing Plague is most likely going to reduce the supply limit in these places, which is kind of unfortunate because I kind of wanted these guys to move down to Baghdad, with the supply limit is amazing. And you can rot in my prison. And sure, I'll go ask for help. Fantastic. Sure, I forgot all my promise to take Raphael riding, but now he poured water on me when I was resting. I only had a little bit to drink, and I am the Samrat Chakravartin. I don't know. I'm sorry, I guess? The last thing I remembered before falling asleep is apologizing to Raphael. It seems my apology was not what he wanted. Was that because I was drunk, or... What up with that? Why did that happen? I've never had that event fire before. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade our... Well, actually... Maybe we'll wait until we have about at least 10,000 ducats. Because I'm not sure... Yeah, our revenue is actually fairly close to being fully replenished. So at least we're good in that front. Just a few more ticks and I think we should be good. My Bhikkhu always talks about the importance of charity, and I do give alms to the poor on a regular basis. However, I often feel reluctant when doing so, and it brings me shame. While in meditation, I have had plenty of time to think about this. Perhaps I should strive to be more charitable. Practice my vice moderately. Yeah, sure. Well, I'm not greedy, so I don't know what vice they're talking about. Because it doesn't seem like, my drinking has anything to do with my charity, does it? Speaking of which, why am I still an alcoholic? I feel like I should have been able to... Whoa! Okay, so it turns out the Spy Master is willing to join our plot to assassinate the Caliph, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's see if it actually works, though. And if we can get him killed, and then have another war with the Abbasids, that would be absolutely fantastic. And the reason for that is because, listen, Vanthus is part of the Buddhist secret or Buddhist society, and at the top rank as Arnat, we have the ability to instantaneously convert a county, which means that once we take Mecca, we can immediately have this converted to Buddhism, instead of having to wait for our Upadhyaya to proselytize here. So that will instantaneously give us the achievement Red Sea Resort, which is to convert Mecca to a Dharmic religion. And I think, for some reason, I mistakenly thought that What Schism involved Mecca and Constantinople, but that wouldn't make sense because the schism is about the divide between the Orthodox faith and Christianity. So it turns out, and I honestly should have realized this before, but in order for us to get What Schism, we'll have to take Constantinople as well as Rome and then convert these two counties to a Dharmic religion, in our case Buddhism. So if you can get the Caliph assassinated soon, I know Vanthus is really old, like super old in CK2 terms. But if you can get the Caliph assassinated, that means we can declare yet another war against the Abbasids. We'll take Hijaz, or Hajiz or whatever. Sorry, Hijaz rather. And then we can immediately make use of Vanthus's ability in his society and convert this rather than, you know, waiting for chance and RNG and all that stuff. But we are going to end the episode off here for now. I apologize that we didn't actually execute the Caliph, but I'm going to do some research. I'm going to look this up on Reddit as well as the CK2 wiki to see what conditions exactly I need in order for us to execute the Caliph via elephant to the face. I feel like I have the right conditions, but I'm just gonna make sure because I don't want something as silly as like me being the wrong culture to affect that outcome. So we'll come back tomorrow and then we'll, you know, assuming that all the conditions are correct, our first action will be to execute this guy via elephant. But at least we've captured him, so, you know, there's that. And then hopefully in our next episode we'll also be able to take the Duchy of Hijaz. And I think we'll probably also see the succession happen too, what with Vanthus being so damn old. Alright, so for now, thanks for watching and have a good breakfast.